To you on the other side of the screen, hello, Shine here. Welcome to my channel if it's your first time, and welcome back if you've watched my previous videos. I know that this is not the usual type of content I share here on my channel, but I made this list for a friend of ours, and then when my dad and my brother read it, they told me to make a video about it, so here I am. That's why today I'm going to be sharing some tips on adapting to blended learning for the students, as well as a letter to our dear parents. So without further ado, let's start. Number 1, start your day right. Having a strict and good morning routine can really help gear you up for the day ahead. I suggest doing the things you do in the mornings when you are still able to go to school before. Eat your breakfast, brush your teeth, take a bath, etc. Number 2, scheduling is key. To make things easier for you to adapt to your new schooling setup, I suggest you start and end your school day at the same time every day. Also keeping 12 to 1 as your lunchtime. This will help you develop a strong study routine to prevent you from procrastinating. Number 3, have a designated study area. Choose a spot in your house as your study area, preferably far away from the television or other distractions. Since you're now unable to go to school, you need to have a place where you study. And when you're there, only do what you have to. Study. Be sure to have everything you may need for your classes near you. If you want, you can even put them all in your school bag to prevent unnecessary disturbances of trying to get your things from different places. And as much as possible, don't do other things in your study area, even if you're taking a break. Number 4, focus. Have the discipline. Like I've said, do it like you would at school. Now that you're in a different environment, I know how hard it can be to focus on studying. But we have to adjust and do it anyway. If you're finding it hard to focus on studying for long periods of time, use the Pomodoro technique. Work on a task for 25 minutes straight, then take a 5-minute break, and then repeat the process. For the timer, it'd be more advisable to use a study or kitchen timer instead of your phone to lessen the tendency of getting distracted by it. Number 5, take breaks. We know that studying can be draining. That's why taking a break is just as important as focusing on your task. But when you take a break, I suggest leaving your designated study area and going somewhere else so that you can program in your mind that when you're in your study area, it's time to work. Also, when you take a break, instead of scrolling through social media, I suggest doing some stretches instead. Drink some water and either look out the window to a far place or close your eyes to let it rest for a while. Number 6, study. When you're studying, you can use the schedule you had at school and work on a subject for 1 hour, then move on to the next one. If after that 1 hour you still have an unfinished activity, you can work on it after your school day is over as your homework or assignment. And if there are activities you can finish faster than 1 hour, instead of waiting until the time is up as we do at school, you can take a short break then move on to the next subject right away. Number 7, track your time. This will help you know if you're managing your time well. This will help keep you accountable even if you're just staying at home. Track how much time you've spent studying on a subject or doing an activity. You also need to track how many minutes your study break was. And this is the tracker format I use to do just that. Number 8, keep your study area tidy. Most people can work more productively in a clean and organized space. So this is one way of keeping you inspired to work, by keeping your area clean. Number 9, end your day right. How you end your day is just as important as how you start it. Make sure you get enough hours of sleep to help you face the next day with a much needed energy. Number 10, don't cheat and enjoy learning. Although simply searching for the answers to your activities sounds much easier than trying to learn them one by one, this will defeat the entire purpose of why you're studying. You're studying to learn, and learning is fun. Don't think of this entire thing as a burden to you. Think of it as a privilege to gain more knowledge. A treasure that can never be stolen away from you. If there are things you don't understand though, don't hesitate to ask for help from your teacher or parent. I know these are challenging times, but I know that you have the strength to get through this. When you feel overwhelmed, don't forget to take a break and have deep breaths to help clear your mind a bit. Don't do this to please anyone else, not even your parents. Remember, do this for you. Have fun learning And I pray for God's wisdom and guidance to be upon you. And now I would like to share this letter to parents. To our dear loving parents, I know that this new setup of blended learning is just as challenging for you as it is to your children. Now you have more responsibility than just providing their needs for school and bringing them there. Even though they still have teachers teaching them through online classes, you've become their second teacher at home. This new setup can be quite stressful and needs a lot of getting used to. So I hope you will be there to support your children. And by support, I don't mean doing their task for them, as I've seen in a lot of hilarious photos online. Although answering for them may be faster than teaching it to them, this won't be beneficial to your children in the long run. As stated in a famous quote, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. So even if your children are taking a long time to learn and understand what you're trying to teach them, please have enough patience and faith in them that they will soon be able to accomplish it. Remember, each child is different. As much as possible, please don't compare them to their siblings who seem to be excelling better than them. Each child is a genius in their own way after all. And I hope that you will use this opportunity as well to be closer to your children and get to know them better. I pray for God's wisdom and guidance be upon you as you embark on this new journey with your children. God bless. Sincerely, Shine. Now, before I end this video, there's a few more tips that I would like to add, and it's for the students. If you want to listen to music while you're studying, opt for those without lyrics or vocals. Instead, choose any instrumental music that you enjoy. Also, pray before you start your classes, asking for God's wisdom and guidance as you study, and again after you're done to thank Him. And then if you find yourself having one of those unproductive days, when you're just too overwhelmed with your workload, instead of beating yourself up for it, take a break and then pick yourself back up. I suggest you check out this video if you haven't yet. But what's important is to not stay in that state for too long. And as I've mentioned, enjoy learning. That's it for today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that the things I've shared would be of help to you. Take care always, and God bless. Bye.